So this is going to be an installation video and review for the Billfaro rear engine hatch struts. So these are the parts that hold up your engine. So you can see this is the factory one right here. And just kind of like a basic black, just a triangle shape there. So when you open up the Billfaro one, obviously I only have one left in here because I installed on the other side just to make sure I knew what the process looked like before making the video. I'll go ahead and pull this out. This looks great. We got a billet aluminum. Go ahead and just get this out of the bag here. Profile is very, very cool. Much more interesting than the factory one, and great if you're trying to dress your engine up. So, there we go. Sorry for all that. Okay, you can see this is actually two pieces, but the finish is fantastic. I mean, that is sharp. Get a good look at that. Billet aluminum, really, really solid. Feels great. Alright, so what you're going to need for this is you'll need a small screwdriver, like this one right here. You'll need a 13mm box wrench, crescent wrench. I have the ratcheting style because I prefer that. It's a little bit easier, but if you don't have that, a regular box wrench will work, or even an adjustable wrench. And then you need a small ratchet, currently fitted with a T40, so a Torx 40 bit. And then while it's not expressly necessary, I personally recommend something. I'm literally using a car wash brush here, just anything that can hold the engine up. So as long as one strut is attached, it's enough to hold it up, but I just like, just in case, to have something else in case, it fails or anything like that. The first thing to do is to loosen the clip. So I'm going to get this up close on it. You can see the clip right there. All you got to do is put your screwdriver in there. Actually, I'm going to grab a cloth. There we go. I got a microfiber cloth down, and then let me see if I can actually prop the camera up here. There we go. So you'll come in here with the screwdriver, and all you have to do is get behind that clip, and then it'll pop right up. It's actually really, really easy. There we go, just like that. I actually prefer to just keep the screwdriver in there while you're working, and then you can just push. This will pop right off. And then I put the cloth here so it'll rest on the cloth. You can even slide it over a little bit so you have some working space. Next part is pretty straightforward. You're just going to undo these bolts. I'm going to go ahead and just undo these one by one. And I'm going to get those out, and then I'll be right back. For this third one, once you have gotten it loose, what you can do is you can actually lift this up and just shift it over very gently, and then it'll give you more working space. And then you can do the same thing when we go back to reinstall it afterwards. So once you pull that last screw out of the way, this is just going to lift up, and then you have it free and clear. So now it's time to get this piece off of our factory piece that we've got here and onto our new strut support. So I got my ratchet here. This is 13mm. I'm going to place it right over here. And these are in here pretty tight. I think they use some Loctite from the factory. So a good angle. Let's see if we can do this and really put some good pressure on it. There we go. Then you just want to go ahead and loosen this up and get it all the way out. Now we've got it all the way out. So I'm grabbing my brand new strut. And we're going to go ahead and start getting this in there. You can actually get this down pretty far by hand before the resistance picks up. We'll go ahead and get this tight. And there it is. Now once we've done that, all we have to do is get this back in the right place. So get rid of a little bit of the dust that's here. This is just going to pop down in the right spot, and then I'm going to do the same thing I did before in reverse. So I'm just going to move this over to start and just get this back one started. It'll just make it a little bit easier if it's sort of off to the right like that. There we go. Grab my wrench. I'll go ahead and get these tightened up. Alright, so once those are tightened up, you can see this is nice and firm here. Move the whole car. And we can go ahead and just pop this back on. So to do that, you're going to lift it up, rotate it a little bit to get it in position, and then you just kind of want to put a little bit of pressure up. There we go. And then pop the screwdriver out, press, and that retainer clip is on. There it is. And now you can see the final result. And wow, they look great. I have been really getting this engine area nicely cleaned up. And this is a great touch. The view right there, and you'll see they function just the same as the factory ones. The looks are fantastic and the price is sensational. 10 out of 10.